All right, is the Big 12 squad. Cody, you have an offensive coordinator who is...
We have ad breaks for that. Okay, yeah.
Drake, we have a new everything, and I absolutely love it.
Do not have a new head coach, just to be clear.
Yeah,
Listen,
big part.
He can take more of a GM, CEO style role. He can go kiss babies, shake hands, help in recruiting. He can allow Todd Grantham to run his own thing. And obviously, by the SEC and NFL model that he's bringing with him, that is the emphasis for Mike Gundy. You want to talk about the offensive side of the ball and Meacham? Yeah, there is some connectivity there. I like the fact that he brought back Cooper Bassett. I like the fact that he brought back Andrew Mitchell. So we have multiple O-line coaches with Cowboy ties. Do I love the Meacham hire? Not necessarily, but he was there in the heyday of when we had Mason Rudolph and James Washington and Marcel Aitman and Justice Hill and everybody. So he can kind of connect some of the past, which is good for Mike Gundy because defensively we completely rebuilt everything at every single position, and offensively we got rid of our running back coach. That's the biggest surprise. But again, I think the sentiment from the team was you needed a shakeup. There was a lot of complacency last season. A lot of seniors played because they were seniors, not because they graded out better in practice. So you had to trim the fat and get rid of all those coaches that played the favoritism over the talent. And now that we have a blank slate, these coaches don't have favorites, right? The best players are going to play. The competition for spring and Stillwater finally means something again. And for that reason, I'm excited.
Just hear that? That was really good from Cody. Everybody else,
I understood all of it.
What kind of a condescending prick are you, Drake? Holy
that was a
smokes.
really...
This is important. Wait, this is the time to ask an important question. Should we agree to give Drake the power to play musical chairs with all of us? I see what we can acknowledge what's going on.
Hey, Nick, sorry about that, man.
He asked for that, man. He was asking.
I have a question for Cody.
Hit me, Goose.
How much money did Mike Gundy give away? And is that his last warning before he's let go?
He gave away $1.25 million, which in my personal opinion is not as big as a haircut as it should have been, especially when you look at what Mike Norvell just did. I think Norvell set the precedence that I screwed the pooch. I should be held accountable. I'm going to give some money back. Mike Gundy was forced to do it, which obviously is a little bit different. I think the biggest thing is his buyout went from $25 million to $15 million. That makes it much more manageable. So if he does have another catastrophic season, we now have the ability to say, all right, dude, enough's enough. Because
we can all agree
a little rich.
We can all agree that Mike Gundy needs a haircut. I like that part there too. That was a big.
I think we can all agree Alan Bowman's a first-round quarterback, right? I mean, this guy.
He declared for the draft,
right?
Yes, I saw that too, Chris, and I don't know which one made me laugh more, Alan Bowman or DJ Uiagalelei.
I also declared that Taco Bell is good for my thighs.
Thank you. Hate to see them.
I declared Ana de Armas my girlfriend.
Some people say Taco Bell's good for a lot of places in that region.
Yeah. I declare I like my new spot in the lineup because I can hear myself think now that I'm not next to Spencer anymore.
I declare JP has hair. Hey, Spencer, of the new hires here in the Big 12 or the hiring decisions, like even Arizona holding on to Brent Brennan, is there one that you feel like is above the rest and another that's kind of catastrophic?
No, oddly enough, across the board, like
Spencer, I know you only pay attention to the SEC, okay? But a couple of the big schools have new head coaches. All right, you just kind of Google it sometime.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm aware of Scott Frost's return to Big 12 football as God obviously intended. But here's the thing: Scott Frost or Kyle Whittingham or Mike Gundy, like any one of these guys, if you tell me next year they're going to succeed, I'd go, oh, yeah, no, I see how that works. If you tell me they fail miserably, I go, yeah, I see exactly how that's going to play out. I legitimately don't know. Because between Oklahoma State, UCF, and Utah, do you think all three are going to suck again? All three of them. Which means if you're not a fan of those particular schools, you have to look and you got to pick one. Which one are you going to pick that is going to ride the wave back to the top of the Big 12? I don't see where that is, and I will take my around the horn 3-point ding up now.
All right.
Dude, who can
Way to just not answer the question.
Where did that come from?
I believe I did just answer the question, Drake.
No, you said I can see it both ways. They will either win or they will lose.
I've already given my answer. We can move on to the next one. In another life, I was a press secretary, and I would have been
What
damn
Spencer
good.
said was the bipolar Big 12 strikes again, and it'll strike again next year, I think.
1,000%.
Do you guys remember, like,
Spencer, I don't know if you knew that, bud.
I think it was like college football final or something back in the day when it was like Reese Davis, Mark May, Lou Holtz. They used to do for like the ACC, one of the divisions. It was like the ACC Wheel of Destiny.
Yeah.
I feel like we should bring that for the Big 12. I feel like that's just what
Is that not what we're doing right now?
We all shuffle around.
We need a graphic, Spencer. We want a wheel to spin.
Forget. Let me put more than 10 people into this call so we can all talk over each other even more. I do want to get to over the course of this show NIL and how that is the kid from Texas Tech that's rumored to have asked for a 6-car garage for his NIL deal. Yeah, I think it was a joke. We're gonna get to Chris Level with that later. But there is, Jake Hatch, an extension in Provo, and also we have a playoff team that we just haven't talked about yet on the Big 12 Squad Show. Jake, for you, though, and your extension with Kalani Sitake, why did it happen in the middle of the night, like 11 p.m.? You know what? Extension time right after a couple of auxiliary schools in the state have made their coaching decisions.
I think BYU was just trying to glom on to all the news going on.
I'm trying to what?
Glom.
Is that allowed
What is
before
glom?
Marriage? Can you do that? Can you glom?
Why not? Come on now, let's go.
Spencer called you a prick earlier. It's fine.
Leave it in the show.
They just wanted to, I think, be able to kind of stay with the news cycle. Bronco Mendenhall just been hired at Utah State. Kyle Whittingham had announced he's coming back to Utah for his 21st season. I think BYU is like, you know what? Let's just hop on this gravy train and add our news right into that cycle.
BYU has their own news station. Why do they need to be in the news cycle?
That's a very good point, and good thing you brought that up there, Parker. I don't understand why they don't use that news station more than they do, because it is a PR puff piece more than anything else, and they don't use it for anything more than that.
Parker's down there like media coverage for sports. What's that like?
I'm not used to Parker being here. Still.
We have the top class in 2025 basketball. You brought up basketball. I was off the screen. We have a former 5-star quarterback transfer and talk about NIL. We haven't brought me up yet. Like I'm just sitting over here and just chuckling when we make fun of Cody's English. Like that's all I do.
Do we have any Parker videos to play, Drake?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
You know what?
Was that not a video?
We do.
Big 12 squad. Parker Angel hosts a Locked On Cougs, doing the whole teaching and coaching thing.
Do we? Why am I the only one
out to live tonight with you guys to record?
Doing a little teaching and coaching.
Let's stand the
Spencer,
fan?
you ruined him telling us that he was teaching and coaching.
Must be Christmas break.
Where was the video?
We just showed
You don't want to see it.
I didn't see the video. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh. Dude, I'm not even kidding. My StreamYard is bent out sideways.
Okay, great. Way to call him out. That's really going to do well for company. That's going to help these two merge and come to a solution, Spencer. Coming up.
Literally, I thought I was taking crazy pills because everyone was muted except me, and then no one was talking, and I was wildly confused. So if you want to play the video again, I will understand what's happening this time.
And roll tape.
Big 12 squad. Parker Angel hosts a Locked On Cougs, doing the whole teaching and coaching thing.
That's it. That's all you need. a little teaching and coaching.
What's your favorite pie?
Definitely pecan. We've been over this. I have a good answer.
How long do leftovers need to stay in the fridge before you have to throw them out?
Vital. That could save lives. That question could save lives.
Like planting.
2 days.
All right, coming up.
Free and available on all
Apparently,
platforms, man.
a Texas Tech kid wants you and all of your money to go, but it might not be true. Chris Level's he's the expert. Now that kid's at A&M on the Locked On whatever this is.